Japan by Food. I'm your host, Shizuka Anderson, and today we're joined by a special guest, Max. Welcome.
Hey, I'm Max. Thanks for inviting me to do this.
Thanks
I'm excited.
For coming. I'm so happy to have you because if you guys haven't known, I started out on YouTube on Max's channel.
It's all thanks to me. Taking things to the next level, doing everything on our own.
We have a lot of exciting things to do today. Do you know what our main topic is today?
Well, I was told we were going to be drinking and doing a lot of education about drinking culture, so I'm down for that.
Awesome, that's exactly what we're gonna do. So we've both been living in Japan for about 10 years now, so I think we can share a few tips for you about Japanese drinking culture. And our first location is a Japanese izakaya. What better place to talk about drinking culture? And after that, we're gonna go to another location in Asakusa and learn about a very historical drink. So look forward to that.
All right, I'm excited, let's do it.
Yes, let's go. Alright, we are now at Motsuyaki Otonba, which is an izakaya. It's a quaint little izakaya here in Ueno. So it's a little bit old-fashioned looking.
Yes.
And we're gonna do the Japanese thing, which is Tachinomiya. Let's start with drinks, shall we?
I was gonna get the Shitamachi highball, so whiskey club soda mix. This is a pretty good classic in Japan.
It's very nice. And I'm gonna get a beer, because in Japan they have a saying, torizara beer. So normally you start with beer when you do a drinking session.
I'm breaking the rules.
He's breaking the rule, but I'm gonna stick to the rule. And this place is famous for something called horumon, which is basically innards.
The intestine, like, does kidney count as horumon?
Yeah.
That's nasal.
All organs.
So organs.
Organs are horumon.
I would love to get some liver, which is neba.
Neba.
Hatsu, which is heart.
Heart. So let's try the motsu nikomi, which is kind of a stewed motsu dish, and apparently this is one of their famous menus.
This is usually a pretty good, like, drinking food kumiawase combination.
Yay, we just got our drinks! I've got myself a namabiru, which means draft beer from the tap. And you've got your highball.
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 This is whiskey club soda.
One important tip here is you're never supposed to drink before you've kampai'd, like before you've toasted or cheered. So this is very important. If you're at a group situation, it's actually kind of rude to drink before you kampai. So.
And you'll be senpai, I'll be kohai, so I have to use two hands. This is the proper way.
Okay, so I'm
And
senpai.
We go lower, but you know, lower. The thing is, sometimes if there's two kohai, it's like a competition.
You'll be like, no, I'm lower. I'm lower. No.
I got it.
No.
See, I got it, so.
That's like a thing that you do for fun, in jest.
That's kampai. So,
Yes.
all right,
So,
kampai.
kampai! Ah, that's so nice. I love beer. We've just got our food. We have some delicious looking skewers and a pot of stew, motsu nikomi.
Yeah, this looks pretty good actually.
It does look really good. So this is intestines, but this is a very common ingredient in a lot of stews in Japan.
It looks like meat, but it's motsu. So.
But it doesn't look, it looks like beef. Often horumon is a very common drinking food. This one is the heart. Then now this one was the tongue, which is generally beef tongue. Tongue is a very popular meat in Japan. They usually cook it till it's very nice and tender.
This is liver.
Liver. How are you with liver, Max?
Once got food poisoning from liver. However, I still like it.
Well.
But it took a while to recover from that one. It was my fault because you're supposed to cook the liver yourself where I went, and I think I just undercooked it. So I know liver is really good, so
oh, you have to cook it yourself. That's risky.
Yeah, that was the downfall. That was my pick.
When you come to Japan, have them cook the horumon for you. If you're gonna share food, in Japan we usually have a set of communal chopsticks that we don't use to eat with. We just use it to split up the food. And in Japan we also typically use torizara. Dun, 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 dun. Torizara is actually a really good Japanese word to know. It means like a extra plate to use to share food. So if you get a plate where everyone shares, then everybody gets a torizara, and then you can put it on your own plate.
Kampai!
Kampai!
Now I can eat some tongue.
Itadakimasu.
Oh, yep, this is good tongue. I'm actually kind of impressed.
No, I don't like
She
it.
doesn't like meat that much.
It tastes really good. It's the texture.
I appreciate your honesty on this channel. However,
Any of you who think I'm not being honest, I like what I like, and I like most things. I'm not very picky, but I don't really like to eat meat very much.
But you know, if you just drink it down with your beer, you won't even know.
Japanese people drink a lot of alcohol, especially beer.
You know, when we go drinking together like this, when the drinks come out first, if I'm closer to the drinks and you're my senpai, you know, I would get the cup first and then I would bring it to you. And then like we already showed, you know, take 2 hands when you kampai.
That's right. Hold one hand on the handle and one hand usually supporting the bottom.
Yes. And another thing I'll add just right now is I noticed your beer is already down halfway. So this is a part where I would ask you, would you like another beer?
Whenever you notice their drinks are going low, make sure to pick up on that. Or if you've noticed like their plates are empty, then that's an opportunity for you to, you know, serve them a little bit more. Like, oh, here, take a few more, serve them. So before we move on, let's take a bite of this motsunabe. It smells amazing. Oh, it smells like a stew that's been cooked for hours. This is the intestine stew that's been stewed very well for hours. Let's take a bite. Itadakimasu.
I think it's part of it might be actually meat mixed with motsu. I would say this is a good drinking food because it's not too much. It's
good.
Warm. It's more of like that interesting flavor, and you'll be done with it. You can share it. You'll be done with it soon and just keep drinking. So.
Taste-wise, it's delicious. Some of the bits were like really, really soft.
We should ask what's in here.
We should. もつ鍋ってもつだけなんですか？他のお肉とかも入ってるんですか？
基本豚のもつ入れてて、それにあと野菜とか
もつっていうと、具体的どこのパーツですか？
内臓ですね、基本。
あ、内臓っていろんな内臓ですか？それとも腸だけですか？
いや、
いろんな、そうなんですか。
レバーだったりハツだったり、腸のところもそうだし。
なるほど。
じゃあもつ鍋って基本的にいろいろ。
そうですね。なんかもうごちゃ混ぜになってますね。
そうなんですね。
結構普通に肉っていう感じがしましたんで。
本当ですか？
いやでもすごい美味しいです。
すごい美味しかったです。はい。ありがとうございます。はい。Let's finish up our drinks and finish up our food, and then let's move on to our next location in Asakusa.
Yeah.
Kampai.
Oh, you got me.
So we're in Asakusa now, and we're now on a street called Hoppy Dori, which means Hoppy Street.
Yep.
And Hoppy is actually named after a Japanese drink. Have you ever had Hoppy?
I've had Hoppy a couple times. Not a big fan because it's a little bit like the hops are strong. It's called Hoppy.
Our plan for today is to try a Hoppy drink somewhere. And there's a lot of really cool bars out here with a lot of outdoor seating, very festive vibe. So let's see what kind of cool places we can find.
This is white, this is black.
This is white and that's black.
This is how it comes. The shochu is already poured.
That's right.
Typically, this is what I was told. It's about 1/3 shochu when you mix Hoppy.
So today, our special drink of the day, and it's a very historical drink, is Hoppy. And Hoppy, it literally means hoppy in English. So it's made out of the hops they use to make beer. So it tastes like beer, but it is not actually beer, and it's non-alcoholic. The reason why this became popular in Japan is because after the war, everybody was very poor and they didn't have money to afford beer anymore. So they made a cheaper alternative, which is non-alcoholic. And you just get a little bit of that beer flavor.
But it's slightly alcoholic.
Very,
like less than
I think
1%.
it's like 0.8% or something like that. It's a very low amount. But yeah, it's like a non-alcoholic beer tasting drink. To make it alcoholic, we mix it with shochu or Japanese vodka. So you're the kohai in this case, and I'm the senpai.
This is one way to do it, but also I will explain for specifically mixing Hoppy and like shochu drinks. I'm supposed to just do it for you like this.
Okay.
You know, I don't want the bubbles to go.
Oh, so it's actually carbonated.
And I'm supposed to mix it for you.
Oh, awesome! It actually looks a fair bit like beer. It's a little bit, the color's a little bit different, but
and then I say senpai.
It foams.
Dozo.
Arigato. In a case where, you know, we have a mutual respect for each other, we might go and pour each other's drinks.
Okay,
yes.
okay, here we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna pour your hoppy. And one thing that we normally do when we pour is we keep the label up so that it's visible.
I forgot to mention that.
And you use 2 hands to pour. So something like this. Yes. This looks like a solid dark beer.
If you remember from the last spot we were at,
Yes.
we have the Kampai. If I'm kohai, 2 hands.
But if we respect the other person, we want to lower our beers. So, no, Kampai. Yay.
Mine's dark beer, so I can taste the stout.
This is not bad at all.
Yours probably just tastes like beer, right?
I can't say it actually tastes like beer.
Well, because it is shochu and
It is not beer, yeah.
Yes.
But it does have a hint of beer taste, and that's probably because it does have hops in it. Mostly, I feel like I'm tasting the shochu or the Japanese vodka. The taste almost reminds me of a mix between a highball and a beer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, because highball is also shochu, right? No.
Well, it's the carbonation. It's a little bit lighter. Like it's not like you can't taste the beer as much, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit thin.
Yes. Thin is a good word for it. It is a little thin. It's not as like heavy as a beer is.
Yeah. To go back a little bit more into history, they couldn't have real beer, so this is the next best alternative, right?
Exactly.
It's a little bit of like the poor man's beer.
It is 100% a poor man's beer.
Culture's still there. You can still enjoy this today. And hey, it's pretty fun, so.
It's fun, and it's like a nice little taste of history.
Yes.
I like it.
On Hoppy Dori.
Hoppy Dori. How does that one taste?
Definitely has that dark beer flavor. But it is like a dark beer highball, I would say.
A dark beer highball.
Dark beer highball.
Interesting. Give our food a try. So we've got our izakaya food today. We've got an otoshi, which is a appetizer. It comes with your meal,
It's
every
almost
meal.
like a seating charge.
Pretty much.
Most people, like me, don't like getting otoshi because I didn't order it, but
Yeah.
this is just another part of Japanese izakaya culture.
Sometimes they are not to your taste. This one looks really good though. I'm actually very happy to get this otoshi. The dancing bonito flakes. It looks weird if you watch them for too long, but they are not alive. They're not alive. Yay. This is really good, actually.
We have to go at least halfway. Yeah, this is the game. Shizuka, for the video.
No, I only got halfway. I've never been good at chugging. And it's cold and you get brain freeze. All right, guys, so we've talked a little bit about Japanese drinking culture today, and we've even experienced a standing bar, or Tachinomiya, and we've even tried our historical drink, the Hoppy, which has been a really fun experience. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about that. And if you guys want a part 2 of Japanese drinking culture video, let us know. Leave a comment down below if you'd like that to happen, and maybe Max will join us again for another video.
We'll see. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button, and don't forget to comment and subscribe as well. And the bell. The notification bell.
One final kampai.
Kampai!
Kampai.
And we'll see you guys in another video. See ya! Bye!